Thank you. That ends the part of this debate devoted to domestic affairs. We will now turn to foreign affairs and we'll begin the questioning with Mr. Mashik.
Vice President Bush, since your administration came to power, the President has threatened a stern response against terrorism, yet murderous attacks have continued in Lebanon and the Middle East. Who's to blame? And you've been director of the Central Intelligence Agency. What can be done to stop it?
Terrorism is very, very difficult to stop. And I think everybody knows that. We had ambassadors killed in Sudan and Lebanon some time ago, a long time ago. When you see the Israeli building in Lebanon after the death of our Marines, you see that hit by terrorism. The Israelis, with all their experience fighting terrorism, you know it's difficult. When you see Khomeini with his radical Islam resorting to government-sponsored terrorism, it's very difficult. The intelligence business can do a good job, and I'm always one that defends the Central Intelligence Agency. I believe we ought to strengthen it, and I believe we still have the best foreign intelligence business in the world. But it is very difficult to get the source information that you need to go after something as shadowy as international terror. There was a difference between Iran and what happened in Lebanon. In Iran, you had a government holding a U.S. embassy, the government sanctioning the takeover of that embassy by those students, the government negotiating with the United States government for their release. In Lebanon, in the terror that happened at the embassy, you have the government there, Mr. Jamal, that wants to help fight against terrorism. But because of the melee in the Middle East that's there today and has been there yesterday and the day before, as everyone that's had experience in that area knows, it is a very different thing. So what we've got to do is use absolutely the best security possible. I don't think you can go assigning blame. The President, of course, is the best I've ever seen of accepting that. He's been wonderful about it in absolutely everything that happens. But I think fair-minded people that really understand international terror knows that it's very hard to guard against. And the answer then really lies in the Middle East, and terrorism happening all over the world, is a solution to the Palestine question. The follow-on to Camp David under the umbrella of the Reagan September of 1982 initiative. That will reduce terror. It won't eliminate it.
You mentioned Khomeini. Some Republicans charged the previous administration with being almost helpless against Khomeini and Libya's Gaddafi. Why hasn't your administration done something to take action against Arab states that foment this kind of terrorism?
What we've done is to support Arab states that want to stand up against international terror. Quite different. We believe in supporting, without jeopardizing the security of Israel in any way, because they are our one strategic ally in the area. They are the one democracy in the area, and our relations with them has never been better. But we do believe in reaching out to what they call the GCC, those Gulf Cooperative Council states, those moderate Arab states in that world, and helping them with defensive weapons to guard against international terror or radical Islam perpetuated by Khomeini. And because we've done that, and because the Saudis chopped down a couple of those intruding airplanes a while back, I think we have helped keep the peace in the Persian Gulf.